You built a business that runs on automation, and that is a real advantage until you have a lot of it. Then a job fails on a Tuesday, nobody notices, and you find out 3 weeks later when something downstream is already wrong. A report never sent, leads never captured, a post never published. The status of everything is scattered across logs and tools nobody opens, and the more you automate, the worse this gets. In this video, I show you the command center I built, one dashboard that watches every automated job you run, so a failure surfaces the moment it happens instead of 3 weeks late. First, the problem, because it is sneakier than it sounds. One automation is easy to watch. 10 is not. When a single job fails silently, nothing announces it. The report just does not arrive. The leads just are not captured. The post just never went up. You find out weeks later when the missing thing finally causes a visible problem downstream, and by then you are cleaning up a mess instead of catching an error. The status of every job lives in its own log or its own tool, and nobody opens all of them every day. So the exact thing that was supposed to save you time turns into a slow drain you cannot see. So I build a single dashboard that watches the whole fleet. The first thing it does is read the real state of every scheduled job. When it last ran, when it runs next, whether it succeeded or failed. Then it goes one level deeper and pulls each job's latest result straight from its own logs. Not just green or red, but what actually happened. Posted this, found this many leads, shipped this fix. You are not reading raw log files, you are reading a plain summary of what each automation did on its last run. One screen answers the question you actually care about, is everything running and what did it do? The second part is how failures reach you. Anything that broke surfaces immediately in a needs attention banner at the top, so you do not have to go hunting for the one red job among 20 green ones. And here's the part people love. Once a job is fixed and its next run succeeds, the banner clears itself. Red goes back to green with no manual step. No stale alert you have to remember to dismiss. The dashboard always reflects the real state of the fleet right now, not a warning from last week that somebody forgot to clear. You learn to trust the banner because when it is empty, everything genuinely is fine. The third part is what keeps the dashboard honest as you grow. It reads each job independently, so one broken automation shows its own error while everything else still renders. A single failure never blanks the whole screen, which is exactly what you need when something is already wrong. And it detects any new automation automatically. The day you add a job, it appears on the dashboard on its own, even before it is fully configured, so nothing you build ever runs off in a corner where nobody is watching it. The command center grows with your operation instead of falling behind it, and you never have to remember to register a new job by hand. The fourth part is the metrics view for when you want the trend and not just the moment. It tracks the numbers that tell you the operation is healthy over time. How many jobs are live, your success rate, leads in the pipeline, engagement, posts published, and it turns raw run output into a clean, readable report. So a week of scattered log lines becomes a single view you can actually act on. Day to day, you watch the banner. Once a week, you read the trend. Together, they mean you always know both whether everything is running right now and whether the whole system is getting healthier or slipping without opening a single log file yourself. So here's how I can help. If you already run a handful of automations and want to know which ones are silently failing right now, I run a 72-hour audit for $497 and hand you the real state of every job. If you want the command center built for your operation, the live status, the self-clearing needs attention banner, the auto discovery, and the metrics view, I do that in a 14-day sprint that starts at $3,500. Subscribe, because next week I take a real set of automations and put them all on one dashboard, start to finish.